Hello everybody, my name is Sniping is Fun, and I welcome you all back to this next video. I present to all of you here on YouTube. And just like a couple days ago when I did that My Memories of Toys R Us video, I've also wanted to do a video on this for quite some time now, given the time span since this has happened and basically all the stuff that's happened in between since then till now and so on and so forth. But given, the time frame we're in, I wanted to give my thoughts in video form to you because, quite frankly, it kind of relates to my time here on YouTube as well. And I kind of just wanted to take a trip down memory lane for this because we are now in June of 2018, almost out of June of 2018. Actually, in a week or so, we'll be in July. And 2018 is June. 10 years ago this month, I graduated from high school. And it's been a long ride since then, and like a lot of things have happened since then, and I just wanted to sit here and just give my thoughts on the matter because it's like how I would just like to speak my mind on it because it's like it feels so weird to say I've been out of high school for 10 years. When I think about that, I think about like my older family members like that have been out of high school for that time or longer or whatever, and like it shows that so much time has passed and a lot of things have happened in my life. Being 28 years old now, 10 years ago I was 18, and I just want to give my thoughts on it and all the stuff that's happened to me and in my life since then, because not only has it happened outside of YouTube, that this has been almost the length of time I've been on YouTube, because I only started YouTube about a year and a half or so before I fully graduated high school. I started YouTube at the end of 2006, like November 10th of 2006, I think. I don't know the exact day. I'd be surprised if the 10th is right, actually. But I've been on YouTube about a year and a half before I even graduated high school. When I first started YouTube, I was still in high school. So it just feels weird in that regard because I've been like most of my life, like all my life outside of, high school has been me on YouTube. I've been talking about video games and anime and wrestling and various other things, doing my slideshows, doing the music videos, doing me talking to you, various gameplay things, having, my cousins Beal and Patrick on the channel, and various other little things I've done, and some of which was from college actually too. Some artwork and classwork and stuff was from college as well, which is in that time frame, and it just astonishes me so much, like how quickly time can pass. How it doesn't even feel like 10 years, not just on YouTube, but YouTube since I graduated high school. It doesn't really feel like 10 years. That time just went by like that. And like a lot of people probably that are older than me actually would probably agree with you. Like time does kind of go a little bit faster as you get older, and it just get a little scary actually. But like, what have I done? I would like to actually think about, like, what have I done since I've graduated high school? Like, before you got crap. Oh, wow. But before I even get started, some of you, for the little bit of videos I did back then, because I never really showed my face back then, I was very not talkative, very not quiet. If you guys actually were watching my channel back in 2006, 7, 8, 9-ish, I didn't show my face very often. I didn't talk very often. It was mostly a lot of music stuff, slideshows, little doodad things here and there. And if you compare how I talked back then to how I talk now, I'm more talkative now. I'm more expressive now. And I think not only, college has helped me get more vocal and more outward, but, being on YouTube and doing videos for you guys have actually been. But yeah, this is my high school graduation picture from 2008. And if you really haven't, like, I haven't really changed much since then. Maybe you could probably see I've maybe, like, I don't know, my face was a little bit chubbier back then. I think I have lost a little bit of weight over the last couple of years, but that's also probably because I've worked a whole heck of a lot at Kroger. But like, at the end of high school, like, this is my high school graduation picture 10 years ago in 2008. And I'll leave that right there. That's the reason why that was there, if you were wondering why I was just sitting back there. Yeah. But yeah, like, I wanted to show you that, like, what have I done though since then? Like, okay, I went to college. I spent about 6.5 years at Baker College. I was going to, and I know, I don't know if I mentioned this ever in a YouTube video before or anything online, really, for that matter, on Facebook or anything. But when I originally wanted to get into college, I wanted to get into game design. And that's an end goal I still want to do. But as I've done stuff at, in college and, met more people and experienced more stuff, that's kind of been sidelined a bit. I still would like to get into game design maybe and learn maybe some coding at least. I learned some like web design coding, but I didn't really learn too much in game design per se. But that was my goal and my what I wanted to do when I entered college. And I got into computer animation, so I did 3D animations and 2D animations and like 3D modeling and 3ds Max and stuff like that. And I don't know if I ever put any of this stuff on my channel. I know I have a channel called Tom BCap 151. You can go look that channel up if you really want. That's where a lot of that was made for a lot of my animated stuff, from college. And that's a lot of stuff there. I think I put a couple things on my YouTube channel, Sniping is Fun, but I didn't put a whole lot like I did that. That was my school account, and I put a lot of stuff on there, and I got an associate's in that. And then I went into digital media design for a bachelor's, which is when I started learning a lot more in Illustrator, a lot more in Photoshop. And something you might not know about me now is actually, I can do Photoshop, I can do Illustrator, I can do After Effects. It's been years since I've really utilized them since I graduated high school back in 2015, college in 2015. But a refresher course here and there would help me get back on that. But that was a lot of stuff I was learning in college. I was learning how to do like 3ds Max, Photoshop, Illustrator, After Effects. I did a little bit of Flash. I really need to study up on that. That one was one. I only took like 1 or 2 classes on that. And other little things. I took drawing classes. I took like character development classes. I took art classes. I took reading and writing classes that helped me like creative writing, where I had to write poetry. I had to write a lot of different book different styles in college, which also helped me with my writing a lot too. And then I took a year extra for web development, which I was like, I wanted to stay in college. I didn't want to get out of college just yet, get out of school just yet. So I took an extra semester, like a couple of semesters of web development, learned a little bit of web stuff, but all in all, I really didn't want to get too much into web stuff. But as I was going on, like I said, I wanted to start game design when I started college. And as I went on and did more stuff, I kind of wanted to do more like doing business cards, doing logos, really doing graphic design stuff. And then that kind of gravitated me into doing my drawings and selling those and like doing artwork type stuff on the computer and stuff. And it's just, I come to realize I have so many different goals I really wanted to do. And I kind of want to get into some sort of graphic design. I want to get into something creative. I still want to do that, but I don't know which direction I really want to go in when it comes to something like that. I have so many different ideas I really want to do. Quite frankly, I don't know. I never mentioned this online either. I want to get into making graphic novels actually too. I would love to make comic books, graphic novels, manga, creative book writing, or writing a book even, or doing something like that. And I haven't. There's so many things I kind of want to use my actual education at college for. That it's been a long road since I've learned all this stuff, and I want to use it for something going forward. And in that time, like I said, I spent 6.5 years in college. I started right at the end of 2008, a couple months after I graduated from high school. I spent at Baker College 6.5 years, graduated in 2015 with an associate's, a bachelor's, and a certificate, all of which I have not utilized since I graduated high school. You want to know where I've been after that? I was like trying to look for little jobs, little graphic design jobs here and there, like small stuff. Start small. That's really what I wanted to do when I got out of college. And then I wanted to get some sort of work. So I looked into the fast food places and market, grocery stores and stuff like that, just to try to find, something. And my grandma was going to mention, oh, Kroger is hiring. I mentioned this before. I do work at Kroger overnight stop. I started one down the street and, part-time. And I just wanted to find work. I just wanted to find extra money. Find a way to get money. I did get some money in college, which did help me get through because I actually was, and I'm sure I mentioned this online before too, I was a work-study tutor at Baker College, so I did make money to help pay for my classes, pay for my books, and anyone that's been through college knows exactly how expensive all that stuff can freaking be. But I was able to make it out with maybe a minimal loan, and I'm still paying that off. But I did have some work experience, just not like physical work experience, like major stuff. I went and jumped into Kroger. I was a low man on a totem pole. I got hardly any hours. And then I was at that store for about a year and a half until 2017 sometime. And then a new store opened up right behind my house. And one of the managers there, like, they noticed that I was getting no hours. I was a low man on the totem pole. I made almost nothing. I had hardly any hours. The hours were not. Since I was the last one to be given hours, there was weeks upon weeks upon weeks. I either got little hours or nothing, and I have to say at the time it did kind of, hit me in my like enthusiasm and wanting to work, and like it did impact me probably mentally, I guess. I don't know, but like I did go on and get this because the manager was there. Was like, okay, there's a job opening. There's a thing to go for. Try going for it. It's a full-time position. I went for it and I got it, and I started working at this store. I've been working here ever since, and I became a backup, and I'm actually one of the more important people on the team, I guess. And it's been there ever since. But the thing is, how long does that actually last? It's like I don't want to be at Kroger for the rest of my life. I really don't. I have a good team I work with, as much of a team as they are, and I have good people I work with and a boss and everything. It's a nice job. I do make a bit more money now than I did back then in the older store when I was part-time. And I'm like, but how long am I going to be at Kroger for? I want to go and actually eventually get into something I went to college for. And eventually I want to do. I have done some stuff on the side. I have made business cards. I have made logos. I showed you my drawings months ago. I do sell my drawings. And I've made a decent chunk of money from that too. But it's like, that's more stuff on the side. That's not like every week. That's not like a major thing all the time. And I want something better than that. I really do. I'm not saying I want to get out of Kroger. I'm not saying it's going to be me. Like, I want something fully right now. I want to work for it. I want to get in. I have all these different things. Like I said, when I got out of high school, I wanted to get into game design. Then I want to do graphic design stuff and make and sell business cards and logos and just design work that I could sell people. And now, like I said, a side thing I want to do is graphic novels. I would love to get into that. And I've been doodling ideas. I have a couple of ideas in my brain I want to work on. Eventually, I'll probably have some artwork for you guys to show you guys, I guess. But yeah, that was kind of like what I've been doing ever since. I'm still at Kroger right now, and in the meantime, I've been on YouTube this entire time. So you've seen me on YouTube from like 2006 when I was still in high school until I graduated in 2008 and onward throughout my college years. If you've been keeping up with my channel, I've done like music videos. I've done back in Smash Brothers. Like, I started the channel when they were still doing Smash Brothers Brawl, and now it's Smash Brothers Ultimate, the 5th game. And I was doing a little bit of speculation back then, but it was like one or two little things. I wasn't really into it like the rest of the internet back then. I didn't get into Smash Brothers 4 for Wii U and 3DS. And if you notice, I did like 2-3 years fully of like speculation on that thing. I've done music videos. I started shows out with the slideshow wrestling stuff. I've done a tribute to the Wii and stuff about third-party games on like Nintendo stuff, and I've done my top 10 lists and the 5 lists now, and reviews on games, which I do want to get back into because those ones were kind of quite frankly crappy if you look at my old game reviews. Besides the Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword one, that one actually turned out pretty decent. And reviewing anime and wrestling and whatnot eventually too. I want to kind of get into this stuff eventually, but I've done a lot of stuff. If you've seen my channel, if you've been paying attention to my channel since I started, and a lot of people that are watching my channel now probably aren't, ones that have been around since day one or even early on, you see how much I think I've evolved. I have become more vocal, and I mentioned this on my 10-year anniversary on YouTube thing like a year and a half ago. I do think YouTube has helped me express myself more. I am fairly a introvert. I am not very talkative. I don't really like to talk all that much, and I'm not outwardly spoken all that much. You see me how I act in these videos. It's more so to be in you. I mean, I'm like this in real life too with people I'm really close to, like family and friends and whatnot. But at the same time, if I'm not really close to someone, I'm in the back in the corner. I'm a quiet person in real life. So you see me talking here. I'm not really like this in real life entirely. I've come out of my shell more, so my family would agree with me on that. But it's like I've evolved, I think, as a person since I graduated high school, and I think I've evolved as a person since I graduated college, and that's only been like 3 years ago. And it's like as you grow, you learn more. As you grow, you expand, you learn, you get new experiences, and what you originally wanted to do when you were younger, you might want to change your opinion. You might have multiple different regions you want to go to. And it's just, I'm at the crossroad now, I think, in my life. Now that it's 10 years since high school, I one day we're eventually going to have a reunion. I'm going to see a lot of my friends from high school that I actually have not seen since high school. I keep up to date with them on Facebook and whatnot, but that's not the same thing like as seeing them in real life. There's people I knew back then that I hung out with week by week that as soon as high school ended, at least in the end of the year when like people started jumping off and doing their college stuff, everyone just split. It just went like that, and every single person I really knew back then just went off and did their own thing, and I had to go off and do my own thing, and I guess that's life. But it's just there's been so many experiences I've experienced. It's been 10 years since I graduated high school, college. I've done 2 internships, one of which was with a teacher I had, during my associates. I did work for him. He made like 3D models of like the city and everything and whatnot. I helped him make that. And then I actually went for a graphic design when I was in my digital media design bachelor's. I actually went to a company week by week. It went like 4 days a week and helped them put together like CD covers, design shirts for logos and all this different stuff. And it's just like all the experiences I learned from my field at that time and learned in school, the people I met in high school, the people I met in college, people I now know from Kroger, both my old store, my new store. It's just as you get older, you learn and you learn, you meet new people, you expand your horizons and whatnot. And it's just, it kind of hits you when you sit back and think, life goes by so fast. But it hits you when you look back on your life and you see all this stuff that you do, all the stuff that you learn and people you meet and stuff. And it's just, I guess that's life. And it's now been 10 years, like I said, since I graduated high school. All this stuff has happened on YouTube. I've got to meet so many people on YouTube and communicate with people on YouTube as well as, Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and stuff like that. And that's just where it's at. It's my life so far. And I'm such a different person than I was here. And that's both a good thing and a bad thing. But I appreciate it. All the people I've met, all the people I've, all this, my entire life. And I'm at the crossing road now where I want to take everything I learned and I want to go forward. I want to take what I learned from college and all the people I met, my life experiences, and go forward. One day I'll have my own family. One day I'll have kids. One day I want to get into some graphic design career. I want to do all this stuff. And I will still want to be here on YouTube. And I just don't know yet. So I'm going to take it one step at a time. And sniping is fun. We'll continue. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be here for as long as I can be, talking about video games, talking about wrestling, talking about various different topics and animes and YouTube and all this other stuff. And I'm hoping you could all stay with me on that through my life experiences and whatever else I do on YouTube and online and get some whatever. So 10 years graduating high school. Sniping is fun. Then and now. And I'll continue to learn. And I'll continue to move forward. And I hope you all do too. Because that's how it goes, I guess. So there you go. Sniping is fun. Signing out. And I'll see you all later in the next video. Bye.